The world is filled with wonders waiting to be discovered. From the sunlit streets of Europe to the misty peaks of Asia, from tropical islands to timeless cities built from dreams. Every destination tells a story of culture, beauty, and the endless spirit of exploration. Welcome to Secret Stops, where today we journey across the globe to uncover the top 15 travel destinations around the world. Breathtaking places that every traveler should experience at least once in their lifetime. So pack your curiosity and let the adventure begin. Stretching across rugged mountains, sweeping valleys, and remote landscapes, the Great Wall of China stands as one of the most awe-inspiring human achievements in history. Winding for thousands of miles, this ancient fortification is not only a symbol of China's strength and perseverance, but also a timeless marvel that blends seamlessly into the surrounding natural beauty. As you set foot upon its worn stone pathways, you can feel the echoes of history beneath your feet. Every brick, every tower, whispers stories of emperors, soldiers, and travelers who once walked this very route centuries ago. Originally built to protect ancient kingdoms, the wall today welcomes visitors from around the world, inviting them to witness its grandeur and its breathtaking landscapes. The Great Wall is more than just a structure. It's a journey through time and nature. Rising and falling with the contours of mountains, disappearing into mist, and stretching toward the horizon, it creates one of the most photogenic landscapes on Earth. The watchtowers perched high above the cliffs provide panoramic views of rolling hills, dense forests, and endless skies. In every season, the wall takes on a new personality, bathed in cherry blossoms in spring, covered with emerald green in summer, and dusted with snow in winter. Travelers can explore popular sections like Mutianyu and Badaling, where the wall is well preserved and easily accessible, offering stunning views without being too strenuous. For those seeking adventure and solitude, the more rugged stretches such as Jinshanling and Simatai reveal a wilder, untouched beauty where silence and history merge. Whether you come for its legendary architecture, the sweeping landscapes, or the sheer feeling of walking through the pages of history, the Great Wall of China leaves an impression that lasts forever. It is not just a monument, it is a living symbol of resilience, endurance, and the timeless connection between humanity and nature. So as the sun sets over the mountains and the shadows of the wall stretch into the distance, you'll know you've stood at one of the world's true wonders, where history and landscape unite in unforgettable harmony. Welcome to Halong Bay, a jewel of Vietnam and one of the most breathtaking seascapes in the world. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Halong Bay is famous for its emerald waters and thousands of towering limestone islands. Each topped with lush rainforests. It is a destination that feels like stepping into a dream, a place where nature's artistry is on full display. As the morning mist rises over the bay, the limestone pillars emerge like ancient guardians of the sea. Cruising along these waters is like sailing through a living painting. Wooden junks and traditional sampan boats glide across the surface, offering travelers the chance to explore hidden lagoons, secret caves, and quiet floating villages. For the adventurous, kayaking through narrow passages reveals secluded beaches and untouched corners of the bay. The caves like Sungsat Cave or the Heavenly Palace Cave unveils stunning stalactites and stalagmites that tell stories carved by time itself. Halong Bay is not just about scenery, it's about life on the water. Local fishermen cast their nets at sunrise, while floating markets showcase the traditions of generations who have called the bay home. Each moment is infused with the rhythm of the sea and the simplicity of life connected to nature. The best time to visit is from October to April, when the skies are clear, the weather is cooler, and the waters are calm. For an unforgettable experience, spend a night aboard a traditional junk boat. As the sun sets, the cliffs glow in shades of orange and pink, and as night falls, the bay transforms into a tranquil sanctuary under a canopy of stars. Whether you are here to relax on the deck of a boat, capture breathtaking photographs, or simply lose yourself in the serenity of the sea, Halong Bay is a destination that will stay with you forever. So come discover the magic of Halong Bay and let this natural wonder inspire your journey. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more incredible travel adventures around the world. Your next destination awaits. Welcome to Venice, a city like no other in the world. A floating masterpiece built upon water, where history, romance, and art flow through every canal. Known as the City of Canals, Venice is a place where time seems to stand still, where narrow waterways replace busy streets, and where every gondola ride feels like a journey into a storybook. From the moment you arrive, Venice enchants you with its timeless beauty. The Grand Canal, the city's main waterway, winds gracefully through palaces and bridges, lined with centuries-old architecture that glimmers in the sunlight. Gondolas and vaporettos glide along the emerald waters, offering views of marble facades, ornate balconies, and colorful reflections dancing across the waves. At sunset, the canals glow golden, creating one of the most romantic scenes in all of Europe. The heartbeat of Venice lies at St. Mark's Square, where the majestic St. Mark's Basilica dazzles with its domes and mosaics, and the elegant Doge's Palace tells stories of Venice's grand past. Just steps away, the Rialto Bridge arches gracefully over the Grand Canal, a perfect spot to watch the daily rhythm of life. Gondoliers steering their boats, locals crossing on foot, and travelers pausing in awe. Yet Venice is more than its landmarks. It is a labyrinth of hidden canals and narrow alleyways, where every turn reveals something new. A quiet courtyard filled with flowers, a small bridge leading to a tucked-away cafe, or a reflection so perfect it feels like a painting. Away from the crowds, you discover Venice's quieter side. The gentle lapping of water against stone, the scent of freshly baked bread, and the echo of footsteps on cobblestones. Culture flows as richly as the canals themselves. Venice has inspired painters, poets, and dreamers for centuries. Its annual carnival fills the streets with masks and mystery, while art and music thrive year-round in historic theaters and galleries. The cuisine is equally enchanting. Fresh seafood, cicchetti snacks, and glasses of local wine enjoyed along the canals. Venice is a city of contrasts, vibrant yet peaceful, grand yet intimate. Whether you're gliding beneath the arches of the Bridge of Sighs, watching gondolas drift under lantern-lit skies, or simply standing still to absorb the charm of this floating city, Venice captures your heart with every passing moment. More than just a destination, Venice is a living dream. A city built on water, carried by history, and forever celebrated as one of the most magical places on Earth. Welcome to one of the most iconic symbols of London, Tower Bridge, a masterpiece of Victorian engineering. And timeless beauty, standing proudly over the River Thames since 1894, this bridge is more than just a way to cross the water. It's a living monument to the city's history, culture, and innovation. As you approach Tower Bridge, its twin Gothic-style towers rise dramatically against the London skyline. Built with a combination of stone and steel, they blend the elegance of medieval architecture with the strength of the industrial age. The bridge itself is not only a passageway, but also a work of art, admired by travelers from every corner of the globe. When the bridge opens, you can witness a truly magical sight, the massive bascules lifting gracefully to let ships pass beneath. It's a moment where tradition meets modern life, a reminder that London is still a thriving port city, even in the heart of its modern skyline. Watching the bridge rise is like stepping back in time, connecting us to more than a century of history. From the pedestrian walkways above, the views are unforgettable. To one side, you'll see the Tower of London, a thousand-year-old fortress that once guarded the city. To the other, the glistening glass towers of modern London, including the famous Shard, create a perfect contrast of past and present. Standing on Tower Bridge, you'll feel the pulse of the city, where heritage and progress walk hand in hand. At night, Tower Bridge transforms into a glowing spectacle. Illuminated by shimmering lights, its reflection dances across the Thames, creating a romantic and cinematic view that leaves every visitor in awe. Whether you're strolling along the riverside, taking a boat cruise beneath its arches, or simply pausing to admire it from afar, Tower Bridge offers a picture-perfect experience at every angle. a symbol of resilience, creativity, and British charm. Tower Bridge is not just a crossing, but a destination in itself. It's a place where history comes alive, where architecture inspires, and where travelers create memories that last a lifetime. So when you find yourself in London, make sure to stand before this great landmark. Breathe in the history, capture the views, and let the story of Tower Bridge become part of your own journey. Nestled deep within the Julian Alps, Lake Bled emerges like a vision from a dream, a masterpiece sculpted by nature and time. Its emerald waters glisten beneath the morning sun, shimmering like liquid glass that mirrors the towering Bled Castle, standing proud upon its ancient cliff. From this height, the view unfolds like a living postcard. Layers of forested hills, snow-dusted peaks, and a tranquil lake cradling a tiny island at its heart. As dawn breaks, a soft mist drifts lazily across the surface, wrapping the scene in an ethereal silence. The first light of day paints the castle walls in gold, and the faint ringing of the church bell from the island echoes across the valley. A sound so pure it feels almost sacred. The Church of the Assumption, centuries old, rises gracefully from the island's greenery, its spire reaching skyward as though in eternal prayer. Legends whisper that those who climb its 99 stone steps and ring the bell will see their deepest wishes come true. The only way to reach this island sanctuary is by pletna, the traditional wooden boat rowed by skilled oarsmen whose families have carried the craft for generations. With every gentle stroke, the lake ripples softly, reflecting fragments of sky and mountain. Swans drift past with unhurried elegance, their white feathers glinting against the green-blue water, while the faint scent of pine drifts from the surrounding woods. As the sun climbs higher, Lake Bled transforms into a living mirror of life and color. Travelers stroll along its shores, their reflections moving beside them like shadows of wonder. Locals savor the famous Bled cream cake, a sweet tradition as timeless as the view itself. The air hums with serenity, a sense that here time moves differently, slower, kinder. When evening descends, the world around the lake begins to glow. The castle's torches flicker to life, their light dancing on the water's surface like molten gold. The sky deepens into violet hues and the lake seems to hold its breath, as if reluctant to let the day end. In that moment, heaven and earth appear to merge, a perfect balance of stillness and soul. Lake Bled is not merely a destination. It's an experience that lingers in the heart long after you've left. A sanctuary where legends are alive, where every sunrise feels like a new beginning, and where the quiet whispers of nature speak directly to the spirit. In the heart of Slovenia, Lake Bled stands as a reminder that true beauty does not shout. It simply exists, eternal and pure. On the big island of Hawaii, the ground beneath your feet isn't just earth. It's alive. Welcome to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, a mesmerizing realm where the planet's raw elemental power is on full display. Here, Mauna Loa and Kilauea, two of the world's most active volcanoes, shape the land in real time, reminding us that the Earth is always in motion. Walk across vast blackened lava fields, hardened rivers of stone that once flowed molten and red. Feel the heat rise from steam vents. Hear the hiss of sulfur escaping cracks in the crust, and stand before massive craters glowing faintly from the depths of the earth. If you're lucky and daring, you may even witness lava pouring into the ocean, sending up pillars of steam as fire meets water in a violent dance of creation. This isn't just a geological wonder, it's a sacred landscape woven deeply into the fabric of Hawaiian culture. According to legend, this is the domain of Pele, the fiery goddess of volcanoes. Locals say you can feel her presence near the edge of a glowing crater or hear her voice in the distant rumble of the earth. The energy is tangible. It humbles you. Whether you're standing at the summit of Mauna Loa, peering into its vast caldera, or trekking through the smoldering terrain of Kilauea, this park offers an unforgettable encounter with the primal forces that shape not just Hawaii, but the very planet itself. Welcome to Monument Valley, a place where the land tells stories older than memory and the horizon seems endless. Straddling the border of Arizona and Utah, Monument Valley is part of the Navajo Nation, a sacred landscape of towering sandstone buttes, mesas and spires rising hundreds of feet above the desert floor. The moment you arrive, you'll recognize the view. This is the backdrop of countless classic Western films, road trip photos, and travel dreams. The scene feels almost unreal. Massive red monoliths standing alone against a backdrop of bright blue sky. The most famous formations, Merrick Butte, the Mittens and Three Sisters, are icons of the American West. As the sun moves across the sky, these monuments shift in color, glowing deep red at sunrise and rich gold at sunset. Driving along the 17-mile Valley Drive, you'll see each butte from different angles. Stop at the overlooks to take in the vastness, the quiet desert stretching to the horizon, broken only by the shadows of stone giants. At dawn, soft light spills across the valley floor, revealing patterns in the sand and ancient footprints in the dust. The landscape feels timeless, shaped by erosion over hundreds of millions of years. Monument Valley is also a place of deep cultural heritage. The Navajo people, who call this land Sebi Nzisgai, have lived here for centuries. For them, the formations are not just rocks, but sacred landmarks woven into stories and traditions. Hiking here feels like stepping into another world. Quiet trails lead to hidden viewpoints and solitary pinnacles. In the silence, you can hear the wind move through the canyons and feel the power of the land all around you. At night, the valley becomes a sanctuary of stars. Far from city lights, the sky transforms into a brilliant canopy, thousands of stars shining over the silent desert. Monument Valley is more than a destination. It's an experience, a place where the spirit of the American Southwest is alive in every rock, every shadow, and every sunrise. It starts with a hum, a distant buzz that grows louder as you approach. Then suddenly it unfolds before you, a steel and glass jungle soaring skyward. Welcome to New York City, where ambition touches the clouds and every corner pulses with life. There's a reason the NYC skyline is the most recognizable in the world. It's not just about tall buildings. It's a living, breathing monument to human achievement. From the elegant taper of the Empire State Building to the resilient silhouette of One World Trade Center, every structure tells a story of dreams chased and challenges overcome. As the morning sun rises over the East River, golden light dances across glass towers, casting reflections like moving art. The skyline stretches across Manhattan, with Central Park offering a surprising green break among the concrete and steel. The contrast is breathtaking, urban intensity bordered by natural calm. Fly over Lower Manhattan, where the Statue of Liberty stands with timeless grace, welcoming the world with her torch held high. A symbol of freedom, hope, and endless possibility, she watches over the city's never-ending evolution. Zoom through the arteries of the city, Times Square, alive with LED lights, Broadway magic, and a heartbeat that never slows. Wander the High Line, an elevated park that winds between buildings like a ribbon of green creativity. Stroll the streets of Soho and Tribeca, where historic charm meets modern luxury. And then there's the Brooklyn Bridge, a marvel of 19th century engineering that continues to connect boroughs and generations. Walking its span gives you the city in perfect perspective. Water below, skyline ahead, and the horizon open to everything. But it's at night when New York City truly earns its title as the city that never sleeps. As the sky turns indigo, the skyline transforms into a galaxy of lights. Windows flicker like stars, traffic flows like lava, and every rooftop feels like a front row seat to a show that never ends. Above it all, helicopters glide and drones capture the grandeur from above, angles that reveal the scale, symmetry, and soul of a city built by dreamers. It's not just a collection of buildings. It's a vertical symphony where steel meets spirit. New York's skyline isn't just about architecture. It's a statement. Here, anything is possible. Few cities can claim the grandeur of Rome, the eternal city. Here, every street, every square, every stone has witnessed millennia of history, glory, passion, and triumph. Rome doesn't just live in the present, it holds the past in its very bones. At the Colosseum, echoes of ancient gladiators and roaring crowds still resonate through the air. As you stand in its shadow, you can almost hear the clash of swords and the cheer of spectators. Battles that once defined the heart of an empire. Just a few steps away, the Roman Forum awaits. What was once the beating heart of political and public life in ancient Rome. Now, these ancient ruins stand as quiet sentinels to the greatness of an empire that stretched across continents. And then we step into Vatican City, the world's smallest country, yet one of the richest in culture and spirit. Here, within the hallowed walls of St. Peter's Basilica and the awe-inspiring Sistine Chapel, some of the world's greatest art is immortalized, a masterpiece of faith, creativity, and human achievement. Rome is more than just ancient ruins. It's a living mosaic where past and present blend seamlessly, creating a city that pulses with timeless energy. A place where history isn't just learned, but experienced. Through every cobblestone, every piazza, every glance at its eternal skyline. Welcome to Tuscany, a land where nature and art live in perfect harmony. Here, the golden hills roll endlessly across the countryside, their curves dotted with ancient cypress trees and charming stone farmhouses that have witnessed centuries of history. As you step into the medieval towns of San Gimignano, Siena, and Lucca, time seems to stand still. The hustle and bustle of modern life fades away, replaced by the gentle rhythm of wine flowing from barrels and the scent of fresh bread in the air. In every cathedral, frescoes bloom on walls that have stood for generations, telling stories of faith, passion, and artistry. Every cobblestone path is a step back in time, leading to quiet piazzas where life is savored in its simplest form. In Tuscany, it's not just about what you see, it's about what you feel. It's about tasting the earth through a glass of wine, breathing in the perfume of vineyards and olive groves, and allowing the landscape to seep into your soul. Every sunrise casts soft amber and terracotta hues across the land, turning the hills into a living canvas. Tuscany isn't just a destination, it's a celebration of life, a reminder of what truly matters. Here, beauty isn't just in the scenery, it's in the way you experience it, in every breath, every sip, every step. As we journey south through the golden hills of Tuscany, we arrive in Florence, not just a city, but the cradle of human brilliance. Here, in the heart of the Renaissance, the world awakened, art breathed, thought ignited, and beauty, once hidden, was brought gloriously into the light. Above it all rises Brunelleschi's dome, a fat of vision and engineering that still crowns the skyline with pride. Its terracotta curves glow in the Tuscan sun, surrounded by ancient towers that once echoed with the footsteps of poets, painters, and philosophers. Walk the cobbled streets and you'll feel it, that quiet electricity, as if genius still lingers in the air. Cross the Ponte Vecchio, Florence's iconic medieval bridge, where time seems suspended. Gold gleams in the shop windows just as it did centuries ago, and the Arno River reflects a city that never truly aged, only evolved. In Florence, the works of Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Botticelli aren't confined to museums. They're stitched into the very soul of the city, etched in marble, splashed in frescoes, and whispered in every shadowed piazza. This is a place where the past doesn't fade. It pulses, where every stone tells a story. Florence is not just where the Renaissance began, it's where the world rediscovered its capacity to dream. Welcome to Perth, the sun-soaked capital of Western Australia, is a vibrant city where urban sophistication meets wild natural beauty. Known for its year-round sunshine, pristine beaches, and laid-back lifestyle, Perth offers an irresistible blend of modern culture and outdoor adventure. Set along the banks of the Swan River and fringed by the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean, the city is a paradise for beach lovers, nature enthusiasts, and anyone seeking a slower pace of life with big city perks. Perth's coastline is lined with some of Australia's most beautiful beaches, including Cottesloe Beach, Scarborough Beach, and City Beach, where golden sands and crystal clear waters make for perfect swimming, surfing, and sunset watching. The nearby port city of Fremantle, Freo to locals, charms visitors with its heritage buildings, lively markets, and thriving cafe culture. For wine lovers, the Swan Valley, one of Australia's oldest wine regions, is just a short drive away, offering boutique wineries, breweries, and gourmet food experiences. The city's cultural side thrives with attractions like the Art Gallery of Western Australia, Perth Mint, and a buzzing events calendar that includes music festivals, outdoor cinema, and food markets. Kings Park and Botanic Garden, one of the largest inner-city parks in the world, offers sweeping views of the skyline and Swan River, especially breathtaking during wildflower season. Nature is never far from Perth. Just a short ferry ride away lies Rottnest Island, home to stunning beaches, cycling trails, and the adorable quokkas, famous for their smiles. For adventure seekers, the rugged landscapes of the Pinnacles Desert and Wave Rock are within a few hours' drive. With its endless sunshine, friendly locals, and balance of relaxation and activity, Perth is more than a travel destination. It's a lifestyle. Whether you're savoring fresh seafood by the waterfront, sipping wine under the stars, or catching one of those legendary Indian Ocean sunsets, Perth captures the very essence of Western Australia's beauty and charm. In the heart of Australia lies Canberra, a city designed with vision, surrounded by nature, and alive with culture. As the nation's capital, Canberra is more than just politics and government buildings. It's a city that blends modern architecture, lakeside beauty, and a vibrant lifestyle with a calm, welcoming spirit. At the center of it all is Lake Burley Griffin, the jewel of Canberra. Its glassy waters reflect the skyline, where cyclists, rowers, and joggers enjoy the crisp air. From here, avenues stretch outward in symmetry, leading to the Grand Australian Parliament House, an architectural icon set into the hillside, symbolizing both tradition and progress. Canberra is also a city of remembrance and reflection. The Australian War Memorial stands as one of the country's most moving landmarks, honoring history with a profound sense of respect. Just beyond the National Gallery of Australia and the National Museum invite visitors to explore art, culture, and stories that shape the nation's identity. But Canberra is not only about institutions. Its natural beauty is everywhere. Mount Ainslie offers sweeping views across the city's geometric design, while the surrounding Namadgi National Park provides a wilderness escape of forests, rivers, and ancient Aboriginal rock art. Seasonal beauty adds to the charm. Cherry blossoms in spring, golden hues in autumn, and snow-dusted peaks in winter. Food and wine also shine here. Local markets buzz with fresh produce, and nearby vineyards in the Canberra wine region offer boutique tastings just minutes from the city. Whether you're exploring lively precincts filled with cafes and street art, or walking quiet paths along the lake at sunset, Canberra feels both cosmopolitan and serene. It's a city built to tell Australia's story, through its landmarks, landscapes, and people. And for travelers, Canberra offers not just a glimpse into the nation's heart, but an experience of discovery, beauty, and inspiration. Welcome to Maldives, a place where the ocean paints its endless story across 1,000 islands. And every sunrise feels like the opening scene of a dream. Far out in the heart of the Indian Ocean, scattered like pearls on turquoise silk, the Maldives invites you into a world untouched by time, where nature speaks softly and beauty feels infinite. As the sun rises, golden rays kiss the crystal clear lagoons, awakening a symphony of colors. The water shimmers in every shade of blue, from deep sapphire to brilliant turquoise, as if the ocean itself were alive, breathing and dancing with the light. Step onto the white, powdery sands. So soft they slip between your toes like whispers of silk. Here, each island feels like its own secret escape, a tiny paradise waiting for you to uncover its magic. Above the waters, overwater villas rise gracefully on wooden stilts. Their thatched roofs sway gently with the ocean breeze, offering the perfect balance between luxury and nature. From the private deck, the horizon stretches endlessly, a masterpiece of sky and sea blending into one. Beneath the waves, another universe awaits. The Maldives is home to one of the richest marine ecosystems on Earth. Slip on a mask, dive beneath the surface, and discover coral gardens teeming with life. Schools of tropical fish shimmer like living rainbows. Sea turtles glide peacefully through the currents. And if you're lucky, majestic manta rays and gentle whale sharks drift by, giants of the ocean, moving with a grace that humbles the soul. As day gives way to evening, the islands transform once more. The sky becomes a canvas of crimson and violet. The sun melts into the horizon, painting reflections across the ocean's surface. Lanterns flicker to life along the shores, while couples dine under the stars, their tables set upon the sand, waves breaking just steps away. The Maldives is more than a destination. It is a sanctuary. For travelers seeking adventure, there's island hopping, dolphin cruises, paddleboarding, and diving into shipwrecks that tell tales of centuries past. For those chasing peace, there are endless moments of stillness, hammocks swaying in the breeze, yoga by the ocean, and the calming sound of waves whispering you into serenity. And at night, the islands reveal a final gift, the glowing shores of bioluminescent beaches. Each wave sparkles as it touches the sand, as though the stars themselves had descended into the sea. It is a sight beyond imagination. A moment where time stands still and the magic of nature feels infinite. The Maldives is not simply a place you visit, it is a feeling. A reminder that paradise exists here on earth, that beauty can still be pure, and that peace can still be found. So let your heart wander, let the ocean guide you, and let the Maldives show you what it means to truly escape. Welcome to Yellowstone National Park, one of the greatest natural wonders of the world, and America's very first national park. Spanning across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, Yellowstone is a land where the Earth's raw power meets breathtaking beauty, a place where fire and water, mountains and meadows, wildlife and wilderness coexist in perfect harmony. The moment you enter Yellowstone, nature greets you with a spectacle unlike anywhere else on Earth. Beneath your feet lies a vast supervolcano, And from the ground rise plumes of steam and geysers that shoot boiling water skyward. The legendary Old Faithful Geyser, with its clockwork eruptions, is one of the park's most famous sights, a reminder of the geothermal forces that shape this land. Nearby, the dazzling colors of the grand prismatic spring shimmer like a painter's palette. Deep blues, fiery oranges, and glowing yellows spread out in surreal perfection. But Yellowstone is more than just its geothermal wonders. Towering mountains, roaring waterfalls, and endless forests stretch as far as the eye can see. The Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, carved by the river over millennia, stuns visitors with its golden cliffs and thundering waterfalls, where rainbows often dance in the mist. In the high meadows, wildflowers bloom in a sea of color during summer, while in winter, snow transforms the park into a silent wonderland of white. Wildlife thrives here like nowhere else. Herds of bison roam freely across open plains, just as they did centuries ago. Majestic elk graze in the valleys, and with luck, you may catch sight of grizzly bears, wolves, or even bald eagles soaring high above the treetops. This is a sanctuary for animals and a living reminder of the wild America that once was. Each season paints Yellowstone with a new character. Spring brings rushing rivers from the snowmelt. Summer glows with vibrant life. Autumn sets the forest ablaze in fiery reds and golds. And winter drapes the land in a quiet, frozen beauty. No matter when you arrive, Yellowstone offers a timeless experience that lingers in the heart. Yellowstone National Park is more than a destination. It is a journey into the heart of nature's power and wonder. It is a place where you can stand before steaming geysers, hike through forests alive with wildlife, or simply pause to breathe in the crisp mountain air. Here in the vast wilderness, the world slows down and you rediscover a connection with the earth itself. From ancient wonders to modern marvels, our world is a masterpiece painted in landscapes, cultures, and memories. These destinations remind us that travel isn't just about where you go, it's about how deeply you feel along the way. If you felt the magic, make sure to like, subscribe, and join Secret Stops for more journeys beyond the map. Because every corner of the world holds a story, and we're here to tell them all.